Hi, this is Julie. I'm host of media with GAMA Expo. This is Kyle, and he's going to tell us all about the art project.
Perfect. Of course, this is going to be the art project, or better yet, we call it the art rescue team. Perfect. So, of course, we've got one of our beautiful maps here. This is going to be one of our starter maps for the country of Japan. We've got Japan, and then we also have a really great two other maps that go with this. So, or two other game boards, excuse me. There's going to be 6 maps total. All differ based on complexity.
Okay.
And so what we like to do in this game, this is going to be a resource management game. So what you'll actually be doing is you'll be playing with a bunch of your characters. It's going to be a cooperative game. Each character is going to get a unique die based on that color. You're going to have a bunch of different colors, characters to choose from. They're going to have a nice post-apocalyptic feel to them. You know, we got little post-apocalyptic Santa Claus over here, of course. So we got a good one there. But you can kind of get that nice retro feel. And we got Vincent Dutray did all the artwork here, so it's a really, really great artwork. Wait till you see all the other ones as well. The maps are fantastic. But essentially what you're doing in this game is, it's like I said, resource management, and you're working right here off this, this kind of a post-apocalyptic buggy right here. Mm-hmm. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be accumulating gas cans, which will actually let you move your markers or your your characters across the board.
Okay.
You've got guns right here that will bolster up your attack. That'll be like a +2 attack there. And then you've got walkie-talkies, which will let you phone in your allies, and by phoning in the allies, you're actually going to be adding dice to your dice pool. So when everybody's rolling, you can add extra dice, and the great thing about adding those dice to the dice pool is those dice will stick with you for the rest of the game. Once you phone in that ally, you've got that ally or that dice until the end of the game. So that's going to be a really good aspect that's fantastic about this game. Where it gets a little unique, though, is every round, players are going to draw 2 cards, and each card is going to have kind of a start to finish aspect to it. So if you look at this one is going to force you to give up 1 gas, and it's also going to, these are the most negative aspects of the cards, but these ones are going to actually force you to put a white hand on that specific area where that artwork is going to be. So we got this one over here. We would put 2 white hands if it was that card right there. And then of course if we put 2 white hands on that, so what'll happen, we got 2 over here. What'll actually happen is if we continuously add white hands to these areas and it maxes out to 5 right there, 5 or more, if at the end of the round, you do not work your characters over to that area and clear the white hands will get removed, and one of these dark red hands will go there, and you can no longer rescue art from that area. Oh. So it is pretty much cut off from the rest of the game.
Wow.
So that's just one of the unique aspects about it, but what you're really trying to do is you're trying to use these cards to accumulate resources like I talked about, move your characters around, and then on top of that, phone in for allies. But where it gets unique is every time that a player finishes one of these cards, they will put it in a face-down pile, and when you get, so let's just say these are the face-down cards, when you get 3 of the same, so you have 3 of the book or the monument right there, you put those to the side, and then you'll grab one of these fantastic stolen art pieces, and you'll put that right on the monument right there.
Wow.
And so just for example, those characters are already there. Let's just say that's the starting point because there's a red flag. So now what you're going to do is say the turn's over, and you're like, okay, so now I need to rescue this stolen art right here. And let's just say for the heck of it, we've got 2 of these white hands here. So that'll add an extra 2 on there. So when you've got 3 players you're playing with, we've got blue right here, green, and then of course the teal. So let's just say, I'm just going to roll for the 3 of us right here. But essentially, now we have 3 die, and we need to roll. We look over here. This is going to be the warning track right here. We've got a 6 right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that 6, add an extra 2 because of the white hands. So now it's going to be an 8. So we need to roll an 8 to clear this area of the white hand and capture and rescue that stolen piece of art.
Wow.
So essentially, all 3 of us will be rolling individually, and we're working together. And we'd roll, and we got it. So luckily we did, so that would clear the white hands. And then of course, add that stolen piece of art to your warning track up here. And so now that's a really big beneficial aspect, but if you actually had more hands over here, you'd really want to clear that area before you rescue your art, because what'll happen is you can see every time you place a piece of art. So now, see how I had 6 there, and I added the 2, that would have been 8?
Yeah.
Once I put that there, now it's an 8, and I have to add 2, so it would be a 10.
Oh my gosh.
So it goes up and gets exponentially harder as you go by, so that's why you need to really manage getting walkie-talkies and getting more allies. You really need to manage moving your characters around so you have a balance of where to go. And then on top of that, guns are always a resource that are very essential. And one thing I did not talk about in the beginning is each character will get 3 hearts. So that's going to be your health.
Okay.
Each round that you go into battle like that, if you're going to choose one person to be the captain. If you do lose that round, the captain will lose 1 health. And as you can see, sometimes what you'll do is you'll get these cards right here. Sorry about that, folks. you'll get one of these cards right here. And so say you're gonna have to use a gas, or you're gonna have to give up a gas. If you don't have a gas, you actually just, your character loses a health.
Oh, wow.
So what you wanna do is in the beginning of the game, and you don't show your cards to other characters, but what you wanna do is you wanna talk about your resources and what's gonna be the best, not strategy, but the best numerical order to go in.
Okay.
One person might want to go first because there's only one gas left and they have to give up a gas, but they're going to give a heart, a walkie-talkie, and a gun. Maybe another person's going to give up a gun, but they're going to get more gas so we can move people around the board. Essentially what you're trying to do is you're trying to rescue all of the stolen art right here. So you get to the 25 spot before you run out of cards. And there's going to be right here, there's going to be a card that actually ends the game.
Oh, wow.
Right there.
Okay. Now, how many people can play this?
And so this one is going to be up to, I think it's going to be a 6 right there. We've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I don't know where the other, so yeah. Oh, yeah, so the 6 character, I'm sorry, I just don't know. We had the, they might have fallen or something. But again, normally there's going to be 6 little bear, but we got 6 different characters to choose from over here, 6 different dice that are color coordinated. And like I said, there's a ton of content. So personally, I've only played 2 of the maps so far. Again, it's a new game for us too, but Japan plays amazing. It's one of the most fun we've had in the office. And really when you play with people that you love to play with, it gets even more fun because you're all working together to try to survive, literally try to survive. So it's a great one. You're trying to survive, rescue the stolen art, and kind of save the day. But the Japan map is the easiest. It has a nice little loop around it. United States one gets a little bit harder, and then you get into like the South Pacific. We have like in Egypt, and they just get exponentially harder. So it's a very fun game. It's one of the things that we were so excited to bring to GAMA too, because I really think this fits well with the crowd. And then on top of that, we did it the last 2 nights of game night, and people have been going crazy for it.
Oh, so that's awesome.
It's been really fantastic.
How long does it take to play?
You know, I'd probably say it took us about an hour.
Okay.
But again, it just kind of depends on how quickly you're going to go. Some turns can take a long time. It's like sometimes you'll get one person will draw 2, one person will draw 2, and what'll happen is some of these areas will be overpopulated with these white hands. So like if the 2 areas have like let's say 4 over here, okay, let's just say for giggles over here, we've got 4 in this area. Yeah. And maybe one person has this card. And they're like, oh my gosh, like this is gonna really, like the one person has this card, they're like, okay, this is really gonna benefit me because I can get all these resources, but at the same time, it's gonna put 2 red or white hands on this area, which is gonna overload it, and if it doesn't get saved by that round, and look at, we have it over here, but we don't have any gas to get there, so if we put those 2 white hands over here, and we can't get over there that round, we totally lose this for the future. Oh my gosh. So there's a really good balance of trying to make sure you have enough resources, enough health, and it gets kind of fun too because at the very end you can actually start, when it says at the very end you can give health right here, you can actually give it to anybody you want. So it's like, there's a lot of strategy that goes into it, a lot of fun, and I think just being able to play with people and have this kind of setting is just, it's been a really fun experience.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, and sorry, I will continue to talk your ear off.
What's the MSRP on it?
MSRP right now, we're looking at about $42.50. We're still working on the costume, but it's going to be right around $40.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then you said it just came out?
We just got it approved to get into the line, so we're looking at probably closer to like late Q3.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're really excited for the content, the box size. I mean, everything that we've seen for this game so far has been very, very positive. So
that's great.
Yeah, we're very excited. So yeah.
Oh, I love it.
We cannot wait. So again, thank you guys so much for just giving us this time. It's fantastic.
Thank
so
you.
appreciate it.